Welcome to How Preschool Teachers Do It.
I'm Cynthia.
I'm Alison.
And we have a combined 55 years of experience working with children, families, and experts in early education.
We are not random influencers.
No, we are not. Whether you are new or have been our podcast peeps since 2018, we are thrilled you found us. Happy Monday again, preschool peeps.
Hi, peeps.
I really like that we release these on Mondays. I feel like it's nice to start a week.
Yeah,
With,
it is.
With How Preschool Teachers Do It podcast.
With us.
There you go, with us, with you and me.
Yes.
So we are going to do a couple things in the beginning of this podcast. We're going to remind you to go to howpreschoolteachersdoit.com and find us on Facebook. We have a page on Facebook. Go to YouTube. Please like and subscribe because that helps out our algorithms, please. And every time I say that, I don't say it all that often, I don't think, but every time I say it, we do get more likes and subscriptions. So thank you.
We like that. Then.
We appreciate it. And you can also, by the way, speaking of subscriptions, from my website, helpingkidsachieve.com, I send a newsletter like once a month. So if you want to go to helpingkidsachieve.com and subscribe to my newsletter, you're welcome to do that. And you'll find out if I often put in there times when I am doing some professional development that are open to the public. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and I also put other helpful hints and work I do and quotes and stories. So please go ahead and subscribe to my newsletter. I'd love that. We are also going to recognize places where people listen to this podcast as we do. Go ahead.
We are recognizing today Ecuador. Hello, everybody. And Sterling Heights, Michigan.
I know I said this recently about another place, but I've heard of Sterling Heights. I don't know why.
I have not, but I've never been to Michigan, so...
I'm not sure why I've heard of Sterling Heights. What are you all famous for there in Sterling Heights? Anything? Let me know.
Well, last time I looked up because I said the avocado capital of the world.
Yeah, I don't know what this one is.
I should start looking up so we have some little factoids.
And then we call it out like they do. When they're
to promote their businesses.
Where is it? Where they're like, I think it's political conventions where they're like, the state of New Jersey, the Garden State, known for, known for...
I'm looking up Sterling Heights.
Yeah,
right now.
You know how they do that, folks, at political conventions?
Yeah.
We should start doing that.
I'm going to start doing it. That's going to be my whole job.
We're going to be like...
Sterling Heights is a large, diverse suburb of Detroit.
Known for
suburban feel, parks, and cultural diversity. With a population of over 134,000. It's quite big, actually.
Wow. Okay, maybe that's why I know it.
It's the fourth largest city.
Wow.
And
okay.
Detroit's second largest suburb.
Okay, that explains. I'm really bad at geography, but that explains.
They have a community event called Sterling Fest.
Oh.
It doesn't give any more details of that, but I'm actually really interested. Oh, it's an annual festival with arts, music, and food.
Lovely. I love that kind of festival.
I want to go for that.
Now we should go to Michigan.
Okay.
All right,
going
folks.
to Michigan.
We're going.
We'll let you
maybe
know
we'll
when
go
we're there,
there.
Sterling. When is Sterling Fest? That's when we'll show up.
Someone let us know. Let us know.
See, this makes it more fun. I think this is what we should do with the shout-outs now.
Okay.
All right,
we'll work on it, everybody. We promise you absolutely nothing going forward, but we will work on it. So, Alison, today's episode is based on a topic Alison brought to me. So I'm just going to let Alison go ahead and introduce it.
I have witnessed recently in a couple different settings people denying food to children for also various reasons.
Such as
I don't like your behavior, so therefore you're not going to be able to eat your food.
Didn't that go away generations ago where they were like, no dinner for you?
This just happened to me last week, so the answer is no.
Okay.
At a family event.
Sorry.
And so yeah, you're wrong there, Cindy.
All right.
Made it very uncomfortable for me. But yes, please stop asking this question or you can't have food.
Oh, gosh.
Mm-hmm.
We want children to ask questions, I thought. Okay, maybe no.
Not where I was at. And this got me thinking the same. I was like, I think when I wrote this to you, I was like, I thought this went away years ago. It's 2000, at the time it was 2025 when this happened. I said, it's 2025. Why is this still happening? And so we said, we got to talk about it because it shouldn't still be happening in 2026.
And it's not just families where it's happening. I've seen professionals say, unless you XYZ, you cannot eat.
One of those, this happened to me twice within a month. And one of them was in a professional setting and one of them was in a family setting. So that's where I was like, oh, this needs to be talked about.
This is going to sound familiar to a lot of the professionals out there, but I feel like I have to say it. There is something called Maslow's hierarchy of needs. There was a theorist, Abraham Maslow, who spent time living with indigenous people. I always like to give credit where credit is due, right? He spent time living with indigenous people, and he brought back to us information about how in that community they help people be the best version of themselves. And it is a pyramid. If you look at a picture of it, it's in a pyramid, and it goes from the lowest level of what we need all the way up. Every level has to be fulfilled to reach the top.
Yeah.
The top is called self-actualization. It's the ability to be the best version of yourself in that moment, basically.
Yeah.
And to do the best that you can. If you look on our website, I'm pretty sure we have Maslow's hierarchy of needs
sure
on
we
there
do,
somewhere.
but, yeah.
So he brought it back, Abraham Maslow, and said, listen, folks, this is how we help people be the best version of themselves. We have to do every layer going up this pyramid.
Right.
First layer, folks, is physiological needs, which is children and adults. It's true for us too. Children and adults need to know, if I'm hungry, I will be fed.
Yes.
If I'm thirsty, I will have water. I have shelter from the elements. If I need a bathroom, I will
There's a
go.
bathroom. Yep.
And that's why teachers can't tell children you can't go to the restroom at any age. And why we can't deny children, not only because of nutrition and health, but because of the psychological effect of denying children food. When human beings, according to Abraham Maslow, when we feel like these needs are not being met, we cannot behave as the best version of ourselves. So if you say to a child, like, if you don't X, Y, Z, or you do this or whatever, you can't eat. I'm not giving you food. Their behavior is likely to escalate because now they feel unsafe.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm glad I put that well clear or wherever you were. They feel unsafe at that point.
And it's, like you said, it's the first layer, right? So when you don't meet that layer, they can't get to the next level.
The next level is safety. But that's
Right.
not just physical safety, that's also emotional
Emotional safety. They
So
can't
those
get
two
there.
levels are often bracketed,
Yeah.
like they put a bracket on the outside of the pyramid. So you need to know you can use a toilet. There's a toilet there.
Right.
You need to know that you'll have food, you'll have water, you'll have shelter, all those
Yeah.
things. And then you can head towards safety.
I feel safe now.
Yeah, I feel
now-
safe, but you also need emotional safety.
All right. But now you have, in the two situations that I was in, children who do not feel safe
Right.
in either their
How was their behavior?
family environment or at school. The not good because it escalated. Like when I was at a family event and it escalated and the child kept crying and crying.
Well,
and
sure.
crying.
You've
And
denied
then
me
She
food.
eventually went to other family members and started crying to them, trying to get food. Okay, because she was hungry.
Did she ever get food?
Oh yeah,
Did she ever get her meal?
her meal, yes, eventually, and I snuck her some cookies.
Good for you.
Because I was like, here, have a cookie. Don't.
Good
tell
for
your
you.
dad."
But was she ever given the meal?
Yes, but then she didn't finish the meal because
Uh-oh.
it was
I feel bad. Something
okay.
coming.
Okay, yeah, you want to? She did not finish the meal because there was so much food on her plate. There was more food on her plate than on my plate. So
Wow.
you're talking over and above an adult-sized portion, which she did not finish because number one, she was crying 20 minutes before that. Okay, so she probably couldn't physically, I think, eat. And second, you gave her so much food that she, as a 7-year-old, could not finish because it was too much food. And then she got in trouble, I guess you want to say, or was told she could not have dessert because she did not finish her plate.
Oh my goodness.
That's when I
we can't do that either. We've said that before though on episodes.
Mm-hmm.
You can look back at episodes about nutrition and we'll explains to you why we should not say to children, unless you eat everything on your plate, you can't have dessert.
And then that's when she started going around to other relatives saying, but I want to have dessert. Will you give me dessert? And I was like, here, take a cookie. And then eventually she did sit down with us for dessert and she was eating. But I think at that point, people were like, yeah, we're going to give her food. So.
In a professional setting, it also reminds me of when we look at children and say, if you don't cut it out, we're not going outside. The only person you're punishing is yourself. They need to expend that energy and be in nature.
Right.
So yeah, that's not we can't do that.
We can't do
That's
that.
that's a basic physical safety need. I need to be out in nature. I need to run around. That's physical safety.
Also seen in professional environments, people say, I told you to go to the bathroom before we went, now you can't go. You know, and I will say to children,
yeah.
hey, we're going to an assembly or on a show. There's no bathroom there. Try to go now so you don't miss the show. But if you do need to go, I will still be able to take you. But I'd rather you try to prepare now. Like, I prepare them, but if in the end they still have to go in the middle of the show or in the middle of recess or in the middle of lunch, I will still take you.
Right.
You know, I do try to say, but try to get it out now so you don't miss your lunch or you don't miss your recess time.
You know, I saw a documentary on Netflix about a cruise ship. Stick with me here, Alison.
Okay.
She's looking at me like, where is this going?
Because,
So I saw a documentary on Netflix about a cruise ship.
Okay.
When I was in my cruise disaster era.
This is probably why I don't do cruises, but go on.
Yeah, it's truly why I don't.
Am I going to have to watch this later tonight?
You might.
Watch it.
It's
okay.
I'll show you after when we're done recording.
Yeah.
It was like, oh my gosh. So what happened was they had a fire in the engine area or something, and it affected the power on the ship.
Okay.
They're out there on the ocean. It affected the power. The toilets were run through that power, and so now they don't have working toilets on this cruise ship.
And they were in the middle of nowhere.
And they were in the middle of nowhere, basically. So they were close enough to land that they could potentially be towed in because they had no power. But it took days and days to work that out, to get them towed in. They weren't that close.
I'm afraid to ask.
It was hog wild on that.
In the meantime, people still have to go to the bathroom.
I'm going to tell everybody to go and find this documentary. I believe it's on Netflix, maybe. Either Netflix or Hulu. Those are my two go-tos.
Yeah, those are my two go-tos, too.
So,
I'll find it later.
It's under the category of, like, disaster. It was a disaster. As soon as people realize, and these are like adults on a cruise, as soon as they realize toilets are not working, I cannot tell you the mayhem.
Okay, this reminds me of one that I watched that was similar. It was about Woodstock.
Oh yes, I saw that one.
The 99.
I saw that one.
Where there wasn't enough bathrooms, there wasn't enough water, and people started, I'm not joking when I say rioting. They set fire to things because they were so angry because their needs weren't met. They bought these tickets that were like hundreds of dollars, and then you didn't provide them water during a 100-degree heat wave. Okay?
Yeah, I saw that one. I must have been in my concert disaster era.
Yeah, because I watched another one before that.
Yeah,
that was different. It wasn't about any physiological needs, but like still that one, I was like, yeah, I'd set fire to your porta potties too, if that happened to me.
So can we bring this? Can we bring this into our early childhood experiences, where to them, when we say, unless this happens, you're not eating, it's a disaster. Mm-hmm. If we say you can't have a bathroom right now, you can't have a new diaper right now, you can't have water right now, it's a disaster, and they can't think.
You can't.
I think of myself. You know, there are times. I'm going to admit this on the podcast.
Okay.
All right. Be scared. You should be scared. There are times when, like, I'm traveling with my husband, we're driving home from somewhere, and I really need a bathroom, and he's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, don't all I can do is concentrate on needing the restroom. Can we find a restroom?
I also get like this when I'm super hungry.
Yes, you get hangry.
This is the reason why they call it hangry. Because
Hangry.
I've had conversations with the boyfriend where he is talking to me. I'm like, I'm not listening to you right now. We need to go to the drive-thru right now, or I'm going to pass out here. So nothing that you are saying is getting into my brain, because my whole brain is like, you need to eat, you need to eat, you need to eat, you need to eat, and that's it.
I have a relative who shall remain nameless who gets very, very hangry.
Yeah.
So when we look at children, and we say, also, by the way, Todd, if I say to him, I think it's too late for lunch, I think we'll just have an early dinner, he just looks panic-stricken. Panic-stricken. So I think that what we need to remember is it's not okay to deny children food because they didn't behave in class or at home that day, or because you want them to stop asking a question or answering a question, or because you want them to stop doing something, saying something, because you want them to go somewhere or say something. None of this is a reason we deny children food. They cannot regulate their behavior. They cannot be the best version of themselves when we do that. So I'm not sure why. It's like one of those remnants from the past that just still hangs out.
Why would I trust going back into that environment if I'm not going to get fed or go to the bathroom or whatever it is? And why would I trust you as a person anymore? Right?
It's all
So
legitimate
now,
questions.
The next day you go to school and that child's like, well, I'm not going to do anything for you. You didn't do what I needed to do, right? I mean, I feel like it's like talking about the cruise where I'm now in a riot state.
Yes. Yes.
And
You're putting them in a riot state.
And I'm going to do everything opposite of what you asked me to do from now on.
So now the question is, what do we do?
Feed them.
Also,
Feed them, please.
there can be natural consequences to our actions, but that's not natural when we say you can't have food right now. We need to say, distract them, use redirection. If you're trying to get them to stop doing something, use redirection maybe. Go to the go-tos. Redirection, helping them to make a different decision, problem solving with them. We need to take the time to do that rather than the quick, I'm not giving you food. Yeah, I can't even, So, it's 2026 now. And anytime we hear someone doing that, we should address it. If it's a family member, maybe you can gently say, that's not something we do when the behavior is that way. Let me help with what to do. When it's in an early childhood program, you need to go talk to that person and say, listen, I heard you do this, and it's really detrimental to their behavior. So I was wondering if you could use some helpful hints on what to do next time. If they don't respond well to that, then you can go to someone in charge and tell them. Our ethical obligation, though, is to address it with that person first, just so you know. Okay, folks, we're going to give you all that to ponder, and we will catch you next time on the podcast.
Bye, peeps.